Hi, just another quick video. I did one the other day which was the first in a good few months. Last year was the last time I actually did a video, and I had wanted my next one to come back to be a quick explanation of why I'd been away, or a vague explanation anyway. But instead I decided to jump in and do the shout out to my friend Dell at Dirty Room Knives, because he was doing this 700 to 1,000 subscriber competition and thought it would help him out. And if you're listening to this now, go and have a look, watch the video, so follow the directions and you're in with a chance of winning one of 2 custom made knives. Easy as that. But anyway, this video is about all my earlier videos were aimed at the Ergun community and what was happening in the club life. It actually had a big impact on club life because the membership more than doubled. In fact, in the end, we had to put a numbers lock on membership because there was just more members than space, and that's a great position to be in. Up to last year I'd made a few different videos, interviews, reviews, some funny, some serious. And about the same time, I think just every Jack and his dog jumped in and did the same thing, and it got a little bit crazy. There were people who'd only ever done hunting reviews before. They hadn't taught much. They'd done great hunting videos with very little commentary, and they were trying to review guns and they weren't doing it that well. There were others who do it well, were jumping in and trying to cover every gun under the sun so that they could have done it first. And there were people who were trying to take credit for what others had done or put them down. There was petty emails flying about and silly statuses, and it got a little bit silly. It didn't exactly upset me because I take these things with a pinch of salt, really, but at the time there was lots of other things happening in my life that were very serious. And then there was a couple of rows that went on that all combined really nearly brought me to the end of ergunning completely. And topped that with an arthroscopy and decompression on my shoulder, which, to put in plain English, they put a grinder inside my shoulder underneath the shoulder bone and ground out bone so that the ball and socket had moved better, and then took out a bit like a muscle filled with liquid that had been permanently inflamed for something like 2 years and was getting worse, to the point where I nearly couldn't use my arm. And now, after the operation that took place last October, I'm still having physio, and while I have now got just about full arm rotation, there's pain at the top and a lot of weakness in there. So when it comes to holding a rifle or doing anything else for a long period, still not got it back yet, which is a bit depressing, but hey, you just got to get on with these things. So like I say, I nearly came to a point where I was ready for just packing up and walking away. I think only club life really has a social side to it as much as an ergunning side, and it kept me in the fold and kept me grounded and stopped me from leaving completely. During that time I started to look at other aspects because there was too many people crowding into one area trying to do the same thing, and I started looking at knives, knife making, smithing and all that. It's something that's fascinated me for a long time. I've been collecting knives for many years. It's kind of a boy's thing, I suppose, same as shooting guns. I suddenly found out there was a knife making community out there that joined in with, and very welcoming, very helpful to each other. They do a lot more than I've seen in any other community, and I was very impressed. There's a lot of people in that community that the positive way they were dealing with a lot of aspects of the life or conditions kind of G'd me up a bit to come back to doing making a video, but I was still dragging my feet until I spoke to Dale about his competition for his custom knives, and made my first video as a shout out. I'm not going to drag this on too much. I just wanted a short explanation of why I'd been away, what had nearly happened, and that I'm going to try and come back, but I'm going to vary, as I was doing towards the end of last year, vary what I'm reviewing. For instance, the hunting hide that was a throwdown, supposed to be pop-up thing. If anybody in the knife making community hasn't seen that 2-part video, then you really ought to. I've heard that some people use it to overcome the depression on bad days, because it's just humorous, shall we say. And I don't mind making a fool of myself at any time. I'm always in for a laugh, so hey. I think that's it for this video, but I'm going to be doing a few quick videos leading into other things. I'll start doing reviews again. I'll even start showing some of my knives, I think, but I'm not an expert like many in the community. I am very impressed by people in the community who know absolutely everything, what the steel's made of, how it's tempered, name of the length of the blade, what the handle's made of, the screws that went in. I'm not that good. I will find out in time, but I just know what I like, and I'll share it. Either people will like it or they don't. It's the same with airgunning. You review a gun, and while I'm here, many thanks to the people who still keep sending me emails asking about particularly the Amelie AR20 and the Contour XL, which seems to have, I've been bombarded with more questions about them two than anything. Also really the Edgun Matador, which is a rare gun and really has climbed up in price. I can't really speak about the modern ones because mine's one of the earlier versions, but again, I don't mind asking questions. I think I answered about 40 questions for one guy on the Brocock Contour and various other guns, and if it helped him, it helped him, because that's what it's about, isn't it? You can't just walk into something and be expected to know absolutely everything. Same as knife making, same as smithing. It's the same with the Airgun community. Always have a listening ear and lend yourself out to any knowledge that you have. And if you don't know, I'm sure there's always somebody else who does, and if you know that person, you can lead them on. So for now, the short explanations I said it was going to be, why I've been away, and that I'm going to be back and try and make more videos. Hopefully my arm will improve again, and we'll just take it from there. So for now, thanks for listening if you have listened, and comment or thumb. This is what, before I do go, this is one thing that really annoys me. You go to a lot of people who have class pages, whether it's to do with the airguns, whether it's to do with the knives or whatever. They have a class page, they put a great video up, they've told you some really interesting stuff. They get 200 views and 4 thumbs. Now either the 200 people didn't really like what they were looking at, I just can't be asked to thumb. If you're looking at somebody's page and you like what you're seeing, thumb. Encourage them. Not only that, the amount of thumbs they get makes them rise up in the stats. More people who don't know about knife making, air gunning, camping, wilderness living, whatever, will get to see those because they'll be higher up the video stats instead of down at the bottoms, and you know, cartoons and films and movies and music being at the top all the time. Don't get me wrong, I love those genres. How's that for a posh word? But you can help your community when you look in thumb. That's my rant for me. Over and out.